Does anyone have a question? Maybe this profound silence is the best response. From deep enough inside ourselves to tap. And if there's noise inside us, it interferes with the whole flow of spiritual energy. When a human being is at peace with themselves, there's quiet inside, they become a vehicle through which higher energy can flow. And the development of a chakra system makes it possible for us to live that way. We're no longer battling with ourselves. We're no longer, a victim of our own internal chaos. We've transformed it into an open heart, into love, into, us living like human beings, like we're born here and how we're supposed to live. Does anyone have a question?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes, Bob?
How best to use the will to in support of my inner work?
Well, I think not only you, Bob, but all of us have a lot of obstructions inside ourselves. Resistances to change and growth, resistances to living with an open heart, with love. We're so used to the other that we build up these walls and these defense mechanisms against change. This is where will comes in. Look, if you want to make money, you want to have success on a horizontal plane, you got to use your will in order to attain those ends, those rewards. If you want to, truly attain a state of inner peace, you have to internalize your will and use it as a way of getting past all the obstructions that are keeping you from doing it. First thing is the need to do it. If you don't need to do it, forget about it, there's no way it's going to happen. But if there's a profound need inside a human being to truly find a state of being in this lifetime where there really is inner peace, we're quiet inside ourselves. The will enables this to take place. We can will ourselves to stay centered in the chakra below the navel. We can will ourselves to feel gratitude so the heart opens. We can do all these things and use the will, which is a very powerful instrument. And the will doesn't mean we're yelling at ourselves or making a lot of noise. It's a quiet determination inside ourselves not to allow the imbalances and imperfections and obstructions inside to hinder us from learning how to live with an open heart. If you're going to yell at yourself, it'll never happen. In the sense, if you're going to fight with yourself, it'll never happen. But quiet inner determination that I am truly going to get free of the one person who's keeping me from having a spiritual life. I am going to get free of the one person who's keeping me from being happy in this world, me. And I will use that determination, that will, to transform the obstructions and the blocks, into a highly developed chakra system. And that highly developed chakra system will enable one to connect with spirit, to be open to higher energy in the universe. And we are making a conscious use of our will when we do what I'm talking about. And I think the will is for that. But we need to learn to use it literally, intelligently, consciously, as an instrument that helps us to grow instead of it as an instrument that creates a lot of problems in our lives. So that's my understanding of how to use the will. And again, it doesn't work because you yell at yourself. It doesn't work because you get this kind of crazy thing in you that says, I'm going to do it. It's quiet determination. It comes from silence, from knowing the craft of meditation, how to keep your mind, when your mind is drifting, using your will to bring it back and focus it below the navel. When your heart closes and there's all that, emotion and tension, and using the will to feel gratitude so the heart will open again. And you can't force these things to open. You have to literally relax into them, using the will to relax yourself inside so that the chakra system opens, and then you can use your breath to strengthen the chakra system. And we no longer become our own worst enemy. We mastered ourselves, and we can master ourselves. And I'm sure there isn't one person sitting here that doesn't go through exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Drifting off, daydreaming, always allowing these obstructions to take over. And these obstructions just drain our energy out of us. Instead of saying, no, I got to stay quiet, centered, I got to learn how to master my mind, my emotions. I have to learn how to relax so deeply inside that inner craziness, it just can't be fed. And then what happens? We get self-worth, insecurity disappears, there's a joy of life, there's a joy of living, we become happy people, we're open to receive spirit. And that spirit nurtures us. We're hungry for that spirit. It nurtures us inside. It helps us to develop a chakra system that's strong enough to get free. And I'll repeat it again, of the one person who keeps us in prison, ourselves. And then we don't have any reason to blame anybody for what's wrong. We have learned how to master the problem. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And the other's easy. There's so much wrong in this world. You don't have to be a genius to see what's wrong in all the stuff that goes on in life. And it's just there all the time. You know, it takes a master of one's inner self to detach from it and get free of it. Learning how to use the need, the will, the breath, the mind to build a system that enables us to detach from all of these things that cripple most people. And then we can love them anyway. We're not just spending our time finding fault with other people. What are they teaching us about us? Does anyone else have a question they'd like to? Told you questions are good. They really, sometimes are the high point of this meditation session, the stuff that comes up when people ask questions. Okay, there'll be a meditation this evening. Jennifer will be teaching, and the next class at this time will be on Sunday. Thank you. God bless you all. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to sit here and do this with all of you. And it really has changed me as a human being. And I hope to God it's changed all of you as much as it's changed me as a person. So thank you, and God bless you all. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Stuart, on Sunday there will be the changing of time in the just
Oh, okay. I forgot all about, yeah, Sunday time gets, I don't know if it goes ahead or back, but it's going to be different on Sunday. So just check whatever time
Oh,
zone you're
yeah.
in. I will do it at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Bring forward.
It's
It's
going
going
forward.
forward. Yes.
All right. So check your clocks. And yeah, I know very often people come when the class is over, and it's always cute. Okay. Thank you. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you, sir.
It's a wonderful
you.
class. Thank you, Stuart.
Well, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.